don't have to participate in it, but it's important that they think that I'm on it. They think I'm sick right now, which is a little true. My allergies are crazy. I'm not sick, but like.
So you're faking an illness to get out of work.
I'm faking an illness to get out of work to be here with you. Isn't that beautiful?
Wild.
And then tomorrow they think that I'm at the doctor's, but I'm at Zach and Miko's morning zoo. My boss is a comedian, so he kind of understands, but we are also in like tell-all season, and he's like,
Tell-all season?
Yeah, it's always the busiest.
What is tell-all season?
It's as we gear up for the tell-all. Reality TV tell-alls. Have you ever seen any reality TV?
Yes,
okay.
But what I'm saying is what is the tell-all? That's like the plot twist? Is
Can
that
I
the...
guess?
So the tell-all is... No.
Hold on. No.
Okay,
Guess.
Have you seen reality TV?
No, it's just never been big in my...
Yeah.
Well, I watch Big Brother.
Okay.
That's the most reality TV, though. That's like the
because
most.
It's like... I never watched like...
Oh, I'm realizing that you guys just have like a different word for it. But okay, what do you think the tell-all is?
I'm thinking... So... It's a season full of like bitches being catty, and then the tell-all is like the reason why they were being bitches all season long.
Sort of. The tell-all is just the reunion. It's the end of the season reunion, like after they all get back together.
Oh,
and they
tell all the feelings.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a behind the scenes type.
Yeah,
of
that's
deal.
what I thought it was.
Well, I mean,
I thought it was a bunch of like talking heads. Like when Brenda came in here, she was such a cunt, and I didn't like her.
Well, it will be that, but.
And this, so like with the I guess that is that the biggest viewership that you get? Like, if it's that important, is it like a huge push for the fucking?
Well, yeah, like you always beginning of season and end of season are always the biggest times.
Okay.
In any of it, but like, there's just so many things happen in it. Like there's such packed episodes, and there's so much chaos that goes into it.
Do they film? How many episodes do they episodes do they film in like a day? Do they just do a day episode? Like it's like, okay, we're filming this episode this day, or we're filming 2 episodes on this day
for
reality TV. Like I don't know how. Like especially if it's scripted reality, like the fucking Housewives of Beverly Hills, like that crap.
Well, it kind of depends. So there's 2 types of reality TV, which is what I always tell people. There's like in a house versus not in a house, more docuseries style. Sure. If you're watching a show where everybody's in the house together, like The Bachelor or Big Brother or The Real World, Love is Blind, anything where you like take people out of their element and put them in one concentrated place.
To where they start getting real.
Well, that's actually the fakest one, is you take them all, you put them in a spot, you take their phones, they have no access to the outside world or the internet, and all you're doing from morning to night is you are pumping those people full of alcohol, and then producers are going up in their ear and manipulating things. They're like, oh, like I saw Aaron.
So wait a minute.
I don't do this.
What I'm saying is,
I find this horribly unethical.
Women consume, I would say women consume more reality TV than men.
Yeah.
Okay. And women are watching a reality-based show where people are being forced into a place. Their materials are being stripped from them.
Yes.
They're pumped full of alcohol, then manipulated by other people.
Correct.
So they love rape.
From a visual viewer
They're
perspective.
Just watching why?
Yeah, you guys like gladiator shit, and we like torture. That's what it is.
No, I can watch some torture stuff too, but it's
that's because you're in touch with your feminine side.
I don't think I'm in touch.
I think you're very in touch with your feminine side.
I don't think I'm in touch with it as much as I acknowledge it. I acknowledge it. It's kind of like someone passing in the hallway, like,
nobody gets the reputation that you have gotten for yourself without being in touch with your feminine side.
What is that? What does that even mean?
That you, back in your heyday, not now that you're all, married and have a wonderful lady, but back in the heyday that you were a little slut. Yeah, you're just a slut,
what
just ripping through the female. Are we filming now?
Yeah, we've been.
Yay! Oh,
we've been.
Fun. Yeah.
Get on
Ryan Shaner is a whore.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Reformed. You've come to Jesus.
And Josie Marcellino is terrible at her job, who just completely skips out on responsibility.
No.
Yes,
everything's going to get done.
Yeah, sure.
I'm taking a little break.
We'll see.
It's fine.
While on the clock.
Now, can I say this about reality TV?
Yes.
You're accusing those shows of Big Brother, which they do all that.
Yeah.
But so do the other shows, because my friend was on a reality TV show.
What were they on?
Oh, shit. Yeah, fuck it. New York Inc.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I forgot, dude. That's the thing with reality. I totally forget those are real. Like I forgot that was what that was.
So I will say this: reality TV has gone through a massive evolution, like since its
wild.
inception to now. Because it used to be properly like scripted, and now when you have the more docu-series stuff, there's less. There's like you're not feeding the people lines like you used to be.
Yeah, because at the time she had like a romance on the show, and
Yeah.
it was,
And that
would
was
be
just
no
totally
one she
orchestrated.
would ever date.
Yeah.
And then they had a fight, and she refused to throw her actual phone, and they went and got her like a prop phone.
That's fine.
I swear to God, like, and I was like,
That's
this is
awesome.
reality TV.
Dude,
Yeah.
that is crazy.
When the difference is when you have a situation that is not inherently dramatic, like just working at a tattoo shop, that's not inherently dramatic. When you just put a bunch of people in a room together, it's not necessarily going to be dramatic.
You gotta
When
add drugs. And you gotta add alcohol.
But yeah, you have to add the drama.
Yeah.
If you're like, I used to work on 16 and Pregnant. That is already dramatic. Something's gone on there, and there's already, you don't have to manufacture.
Did they
that.
try to get those? Did they like? What was the vetting process for 16? Did they just be like, we need 16-year-olds who are pregnant, or did they like, let's find the best 16-year-old we can find, and put her in a position where she will get pregnant?
No, they came pregnant. They weren't impregnating the kids. I don't know. Is Dr.
Like
Drew on
what?
Skankfest
Like-
this year? You want to ask him yourself?
I'm just trying
That's
to figure out
crazy.
how they get, because some of the characters on the
They
show, I'm like,
apply
this is
pregnant.
crazy.
They didn't get them.
nuts.
MTV and Viacom, to my knowledge, did not knock these kids up. They didn't inseminate the kids. Now, I will say there were a
That's
couple.
the name of the show.
Inseminate the kids. No, I will say there were a couple kids that I was like, you did this for TV. That's crazy.
That is wild as hell.
We shouldn't have rewarded this.
So,
but
so the chicks show up. They're already knocked up.
they're pregnant, yeah.
And
they're
they're like-
showing pregnant.
They're like, yo, let me be on this reality TV show.
Yeah, they apply.
Because
and
I'm a
then,
fucking retard.
basically.
And then,
They get a little bit of money for being on the show.
how much money do they get for being on the show?
You know, I don't actually know the exact figures of what it used to be. Like, I'm not involved in the casting process. I've never done casting for any show. But knowing the stipends that most reality TV people, starting out, are getting, it's like $2,500 an episode, and that's today. And these 16 and Pregnant would be one episode, and then maybe the reunion or tell-all
So
at the end.
I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong. So I remember in the like 2010s, maybe going into like the late 2010s, there was this reality TV boom.
Yeah.
Where like everything was like, they were doing reality TV for, I remember this.
Started in 2007 because it was a writer's strike was what.
Well, yeah,
prompted that.
but I remember in the late 2010s, I remember seeing a show advertised where it was like people who are the best casketeers. Like the people who
That feels
put
niche
people
to you. Yeah,
people in caskets,
I
like they're
could
like,
deduce
yeah,
what that
like,
word
yo,
was.
this is just what we do. And it's wacky here sometimes. Dude, I'm dead serious. There was a show about like people who worked in a funeral home, and they're like, yeah,
What
we're the
network
best.
did you convince to make that
It
happen?
was on
Because that's a show just
It was either
for you.
on E or A&E.
Probably A&E.
And then I heard, so with 16 and Pregnant, when that started, like people were watching big time. And I don't know if this is true or not, because like, I fall victim to fibs online.
For sure.
But I
I
remember
believe
seeing.
Nazi glitter.
Yeah, you did. It was crazy. You almost believed, what was it? Food emasculation? You almost.
No, I didn't. I don't believe
believed
anything out of
hunger
your fucking mouth these
emasculation.
days.
You almost did. But I saw that they were trying to do, so they were going 16 and Pregnant.
Yeah.
But then they were going to go on the opposite end of that, which sometimes fucking reality shows or shows just do. It's like a spin-off, but like a different version of it.
Yeah.
They were going to do like 68 and Pregnant.
I don't think that's. I don't
Well, there
think
was
that
a
was
huge,
thing.
I don't know. Again, you're 30.
How many of those are there, Shaner?
So here's the thing. You're 30 years old.
Yeah.
In the late 90s, there was a gigantic, and when I say gigantic, I don't mean like nationwide, but there was a rash of geriatric births that happened in America where women in their 70s and 80s were just getting knocked up. And they were having
That can't be true.
It was.
That cannot be true.
What?
No, scientifically,
I'm
that's
telling
not
you,
true.
it's because these bitches were fucking around with fertility drugs and other types of fucking medication.
But fertility drugs can't make you spawn new
What
eggs.
I'm telling you is these bitches were shitting kids.
No, they were not.
Yes, they
Geriatric
were.
pregnancy, I think, is like over 35. It's not 70 or 80.
What I'm telling you is some people...
All right, so
What's the oldest birth, Danny?
What's the oldest birth,
Yeah, I guess
Danny?
I don't have to look it up. Danny will do it.
so in India, 74.
In India, 74
Again
once.
in India, 72.
Okay.
All right.
And then in 2019, twins in Uganda, age 70.
Right. So there's like 3 cases ever that were in their 70s.
That was just in those last couple of years. I'm saying in the 90s it had
I'm
happened
telling
in America.
Shaner, I promise you,
Look,
that's a fib you've fallen for.
That's not a fib. One, there was
That's not how...
There was a small... Look, Mad Magazine put out this article. And it was a goofy comic, but it was also going in... Like, I remember seeing it on the news about geriatric pregnancies that were happening.
But geriatric pregnancy just means
geriatrics.
over 35.
No, but they were in their 60s.
They weren't. You were just
They
younger and
were.
you thought that they were.
So the oldest
in America.
in America was 63 in 1997.
Ah, that's what it was!
So one?
And then the next oldest was 57.
Oh, look at that. There was one 60-year-old ever in the U.S. Also, I want to point out, and this is just a thing, is that other countries, especially like places that are poorer, don't really keep track of age or birth certificates in the same way that we do. So there's a theory that like all the blue zones where the average age of death is like over 100, they're not really that old. So there's a fair chance that in India and Uganda, these women were not actually in their 70s, probably in their 50s or 60s.
This sounds like
It does say that.
full-blown
Yeah.
racism.
That's not.
That's what
it's
it
just,
sounds
that's just how the records work. That's what that is.
Speaking of wild births, too, I saw on the... Now, tell me if this is wrong. Tell me if this is wrong. Explain this, Clarissa. Apparently, a fucking 11-year-old...
Yeah, that's wrong.
Recently
no,
gave
it's
birth.
wrong. That's wrong.
Which is wild. You know what's crazy?
That's a crime.
It's a very much... And they're
Yeah.
like, what a miracle.
Oh, no,
I'm
I
like,
hate
no,
that.
I don't know.
I
if this
fucking
is-
hate those people.
I don't know if this is a miracle.
It's not.
We should probably
it's a rape,
be...
actually.
We should probably be
It's just
figuring
inseminating
this
a
out.
child is what it is. It's fucking a kid, and then the kid gives birth.
So there was also... So when that got brought up, the part of the snippet that I saw, they also brought up, I think it was in 1930 something, or maybe even the 40s, a girl, I think in South America, she was 9 years old,
Yeah.
gave birth. And they...
I think the youngest ever was 6 or 7.
That's wild.
I know.
So what is crazy is though, when the 9-year-old gave birth in the 40s, everyone in South America was like, "Oh my God, a miracle baby!"
Yeah. And it's like,
there
no,
was
that's just her
someone-
uncle was
and
fucking her.
she became a sideshow attraction.
Yeah.
They were like, "Look at this
That check.
This thing." I was like,
They're like the Virgin
no one-
Mary.
Not
No.
one person's like, we should probably be investigating this crime.
Actually, I mean, yeah, technically,
not
I think
the
that happened.
miracle that
I think
happened.
that happened in Judea about 2,025 years ago, something like that. And now we have a whole religion about it. That's
you
pretty
know,
sick.
she was asking for it.
Yeah, she might
No
have
one
been.
ever asked what Mary was wearing. No one ever asked.
You know what's funny is that actually, if you like in English, the word has been translated to mean virgin, but the original word that it came from, I believe it was either Greek or Aramaic. I can't remember. It just meant young girl. Like it was just a mistranslation.
So virgin means just young girl?
Well, no, it wasn't. The word that it got translated into virgin. I think it was Greek that it came from, but it actually just meant young girl.
Who knows? But yeah, no one ever talks about that. No one cares about when something miraculous happens. Crimes,
if it was the
crimes
result of
go
the
out of
kid
the window.
being diddled.
Yeah, no one, and that's the problem with the world. When you see a girl giving birth to a baby, you're not like. There are so many places it's like, wow, what a crazy, just odd scientific thing. That this is so amazing that this guy's like, no, man, this is a crazy thing.
It's a crime
that no one, and especially with that 11-year-old, did they know who the father is, or did
everybody be quiet for a minute? I gotta join this and make sure that my camera's off and the mic's off, but in case it's not.
Here we go.
Video off, mic off.
You know,
Good. Wait, why is nobody else on this call?
because you're actually.
I'm so sorry. This is such bad
wild.
radio.
Well, this is the end podcast with Brian Shaner. I'm
Hi.
joined by the one and only Josie Marcellino.
Oh my
who's
God.
Now on a Teams call
I will be.
for her fucking job that she clearly gives so much of a shit about. It is wild how much of a shit she gives about it. I would ask if they. I guess they don't listen or watch.
I'm turning everything off. And no, my boss doesn't listen or watch this.
Oh, that's great.
But I could, I mean.
I love how like, let's fucking watch this crap.
He's a wonderful, I can't say anything about my boss. People will find him.
I bet he's a wonderful man.
He's a great
who
guy.
just exploits women's inferiority complexes and puts them on TV for the world to gawk at.
No, my boss is on the creative team, so he doesn't do that. He actually he's got a comedy background.
What is the most creative reality show there could be? Because it seems like it all falls into one thing.
No. I can't explain my job. I can't.
I know. I'm not asking you to explain it. What I'm saying is.
But mine's pretty creative.
The what?
Mine's pretty creative.
Yours?
Yeah.
And now this is a version of the Bachelor, I'm assuming?
No. I can't talk about my job. I can't say the show I work for.
Does it involve clothing?
No.
So
I mean, they wear.
No, like, I mean, is it like, say. No,
They're not
shit.
naked. No.
They wear no shit.
Are they not wearing any
Does
clothes?
it involve air? Yeah, where's
All right,
that
wait,
reality
Be
show?
silent. Everybody be quiet.
God damn it.
That fucking was on it, Shaner. Hang on. I'm going to kill you. Okay. I think we're good.
Danny.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, we're good.
Dude, this is the only time I wish we had like one of those Howard Stern fart maker things. Just we to push a button and have nothing but farts going on. Ruin this whole thing. So they can't see you. They can't hear you.
They can't hear us.
So what happens if they ask you a question?
They're not going to. They think that I'm...
They think you're sick.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec.
Jesus Christ.
I know. This is so bad. I'm so sorry. You can cut all of those out.
No. We're going to let everyone see. Wait, do you have anything to plug real quick?
Oh, yeah. This weekend I will... Well, when does this release?
Oh, Wednesday.
Cool. This weekend I will be at the Port Comedy Club doing guest spots for Robert Kelly on the late shows. Next week on Thursday I will be... Hang on. At New York Comedy Club, East Village at 10 p.m. on the Anxiety Attack shows. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to do something on 9/11. I don't know. Everything at Josie Marcellino, JosieMarcellino. I will never do another debate ever again. I don't know. I was challenged to one, and now I'm like, I should do that and try to redeem myself, but I may make it way worse.
No, you fucking idiot. Don't do that.
I know. I'm like, I want to do it because I said I would do it. Now everybody's like, she's never going to do it. And I'm like, no, I would. But I'm like, I shouldn't.
Just don't. What's the debate going to be on?
Secularism and feminism. We didn't get to that part. We didn't get to that part. We only got to the grifter thing.
That's ridiculous.
Dude.
Why would you subject yourself to that?
Okay. Why did it make me, hold on.
Oh my God.
It's okay.
You know.
Shh. And I swear, shh. Okay. Now we're good. All right. All right. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. That was entirely a mistake. The whole way that I got into it, it's because I can't walk away. I can't walk away from a conflict or a challenge. And I know you're going to be like, yeah, that's women.
No. That's you.
Yeah.
You, from a challenge, the challenge was what?
Okay. So I had gone on the whatever podcast.
Yeah.
Which the one of those red pill manosphere podcasts.
Yeah.
A bunch of OF bimbos and a guy challenging. And there's a guy that's usually on those that wasn't on my episode. And so I went on the whatever podcast and I did fine because the actual host of that is kind of a dummy. So
Okay.
I was able to just I wasn't able to joke like I wanted to. I went on that thing thinking I'll just turn this whole thing into a big
the jokes were going over the guy who emasculates women and the OnlyFans models' heads?
No, so I wasn't able to make jokes because I get in, so I do the Whatever podcast. They reached out to me and I was like, perfect, I'll make it into a joke. This will be funny. And then I get there and they make me sign an appearance release. And in that, it was like, if you troll or turn this into a joke, we reserve the right to fine you $10,000. Now, in hindsight, I don't know how the fuck they would litigate against that.
Isn't this a comedy podcast?
No, it's literally meant to like make people angry and to like dunk on. It's all just clip farming. It's meant to dunk on these like OnlyFans chicks.
Why?
Because people will hate watch it from both sides, and it makes it a lot of money. It makes a lot of money. Those things make crazy money.
I don't really understand. Look,
this dude got 16 grand just in live donations, and that's not including the fucking monetization of everything.
Good for him. I'm glad he's exploiting people.
Yeah,
whatever. But I also like, I don't know. If I saw a podcast full of OnlyFans chicks, I don't want to. You know why I would go to OnlyFans
to come.
Exactly. You know what I don't need?
Ladies yelling at you when you yapping. Yeah. No, I agree.
Why would I? Especially unless it was like someone
like
who
OnlyFans in like a healthy. You like porn in the way that normal people like porn, and then there's people who hate women and also hate porn to a degree where it's like dangerous.
I just think hate watching OnlyFans that seems like a dog chasing its tail.
Yeah.
Because you're watching a lady who may or may not hate herself.
Yeah.
While hating them. That seems redundant.
Or you hate the dudes that are trying to dunk on them. Anyway, it's just a big circle of hate. It's just a big circle of hate. But that's the thing, is that like they did studies on Howard Stern and shit and the Kardashians. I got paranoid. I had to make sure that I was off. They did studies on these shows that were controversial, and fans watched them frequently and for a certain amount of time, but the people who hated them watched them way more frequently and for longer.
Haters are the ultimate fans of shit.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. This is just the next evolution of that. And so basically I got invited to be on it, and I did okay because the host is a dummy, even though I couldn't do any jokes. I couldn't. So wait,
you say you did okay, but you couldn't do any jokes, which is the point of. So what is the point of me? Well, what is the point? What is doing okay?
Just that I could argue back to what he was saying, or I could avoid his dumb thing. Like, I don't know. I put out a clip where he was like, "Would you rather get stuck in the woods with a random man or a bear?" And I was like, bear.
They're still doing that?
He was doing that because he knew that he could get people riled up, whatever. And so I was like, bear. And he's like, oh, why? And I'm like, I would like to take a photo of a bear. I think that would be cool, like from a wildlife photography perspective. And he got pissed and he was like, well, who do you think would be more likely, or like, what do you think is the percentage of men that would like rape or sexually assault you if they saw you in the woods alone? And I was like, I don't know. How would I know that? And he's like, well, ballpark it.
Are they saying like rational men or actual rapists?
He was like any men in general. It's a roll of the dice. It could be a rapist, but it could just be a normal guy. What do you think the percentage is? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. And then he was like, all right, well, how about this? Would you rather be caught in the woods with George Floyd or a bear? And I was like, it's still bear. Why would that change for? And then I was like, George Floyd, like today? Like, I'll find a corpse in the woods. That'd be cool. But like, So anyway, it was just a mess, but I did that and I was fine. I held my own and I was able to get out all that stupid shit. It was awful experience because it was fucking 9 hours and 19 minutes, no food, no nothing. It was a nightmare.
9 hours?
And 19 minutes. Continuous stream.
That podcast is 9 hours?
9 hours and 19 minutes. What? And 27 seconds.
And people watch the whole thing?
The whole thing.
That's fucking
crazy.
Insane.
I know. It's like religion for some of these fucks.
I got to be honest with you. I turned off the TV after the first tower fell. I wasn't watching anything. I was like, this is old news.
Shut the fuck
I was like, I get it. You're trying to tell me I got to watch the rest of this? Get the fuck out of here.
Shut the fuck.
That is crazy. 9 hours.
9 hours. And then, so after I did that, I had some people tweet at me. And they were like, yo, if Andrew was on that, he would have mopped the fucking floor with you. And I was like, I would be fine against that grifter and that fake Christian bitch or something like that. I said something pretty inflammatory as a response. Whatever. That went months without being seen. And then like a month ago, somebody saw it and was like, tweeted at him and they were like, hey, Andrew, like, look at this. She's talking shit. She thinks she's better than you or whatever. She thinks that she could defeat you. And it went for a few hours and nothing. And then I saw it and I replied to him and I was like, hey man, I get it. I need you to know this guy doesn't care about you. It's all fake. He's a grifter. He doesn't actually give a shit about you. And then he saw it and he was like, you would never say that to my face. You would never accept a debate. You would never, like, don't you dare, like, try and talk like you know me. And I was like,
wow.
Yeah, I would say that to your face.
Falling right,
I would say it in the debate.
Into the
I would
trap.
for sure do that.
Right into the trap.
And so then I did.
Right into the trap of the grifter. You fucking...
And so then I did. And I accepted the debate, prepared 0.
Why? Okay.
I've never debated anything.
All right, hold on. Now,
I know nothing about logic
You
or arguments.
accepted a debate whose the guy's job is to make women feel like shit. That's his job.
Yeah.
That's his whole job.
That's his whole thing.
And you're like, I'm not going to prepare for this.
Didn't prepare even a little bit.
Why would you do that?
I thought he was equally as dumb as me. And it turns out he is skilled in debating.
Weird.
And so I went on and immediately first of all, they were like, you're doing an opening statement, an 8-minute opening statement. And I was like,
and the
I got to prepare a statement.
And the debate was for what?
What was supposed to be secularism, feminism, and the fact that he's a grifter.
Okay.
We didn't get to secularism or feminism. We spent 2 hours on the grifter
your opening,
bit.
give me the cliff notes of your poignant opening statement.
Here's the thing, I don't know. Because I got high and I wrote it. And I was nervous. So I was like, weed would help.
You are literally...
Shut up. And
sprinting to failure.
So I wrote it and I hand wrote it. I wrote it out. But I didn't wear my glasses to the debate. And I also can't read my own handwriting. So I'm struggling through the opening statement, which is a bad look. And I'm spiraling at that point. I'm like, I know this looks bad. I did. I sounded like fucking Biden. It was awful. And so I knew, like, as I'm hearing myself not be able to get these words out, I'm like, fuck. And then once we went off of a script, like away from the script, I'm able to talk a little bit better. But my whole point, I was like, hey, I don't think you believe in what you're selling. I think you're just you're fucking stoking these flames for your own good. And he was like, what's your proof? And then in that moment, I realized, I don't have any. It's just intuition. I've worked in entertainment for the last 14 years, and I know a bullshitter when I see one. And so that was like minute 5 in this 2-hour debate where I'm like, ooh, I don't have a concrete piece of evidence. I don't have a study. I don't have anything. I have nothing. And I have read studies about like the effects of hate watching forever ago, like over the last couple of years.
All right.
But he's like asking me then, because I brought it up, and he was like, what's the name of the study? And I'm like, dude, I don't even remember. And he was like, well, how many pages is it? I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't cite anything because I didn't have anything. I didn't have like a real like body of evidence that I had brought. I just had my gut. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to argue completely anecdotally. And then I got backed into a corner and I made 2 lies that were not good. Because he kept, I made the decision when we were organizing this. He was like, she's going to troll and she's just going to make jokes. I know how this goes. She's not going to take it seriously. And so I was like, no, I won't. I'll be totally respectful the entire time. And I went in there going, I'm not going to insult him. And no matter what he says, there's nothing that he can say that will break my heart and cause me to flip out or spaz in any kind of way.
Got you.
Which is, he didn't. I didn't flip out or spaz in any capacity.
Okay.
But he, from the gate, started calling me ugly and fat and an unfunny failed comedian.
So the guy who does this professionally.
And I knew that he would. I knew he would do those things. But I did not, I was like, I will not come back at him with anything because I know if I start, doesn't matter what he's doing. It's all his fans that are watching.
Sure.
So he can insult me personally as much as he wants. But if I start insulting his body or his wife or his looks or anything else, then I'm going to look like the bitch that has no argument. And I do, in fairness, have no argument. So I was like, I'm not going to go that route. So I made 0 jokes the entire time. I am coming off unfunny because I'm not trying to be funny.
Gotcha.
And so, but he's like, you're an unfunny failed comedian. And then he was like, I know what happened. Like, you had a series of failed career attempts, which is just untrue. And like, so I was trying to
You know what I do for reality TV?
Well, and I'm like,
do you know how many times I decide that I'm not going to work and go on a fake conference call and put it on mute just to show that I'm there?
First of all,
amazing.
I do okay for myself.
Yeah,
I've made a living in entertainment.
You're doing great.
I'm doing fine.
Nobody can take that away
from you. But so I know I can't say what I do I can't say the show that I work on. I can't say what I do for work because I sign NDAs. That is true. But so, he's like, I was trying to express, I haven't really failed at comedy. I'm 3 years in and I'm doing okay. Like I'm in a solid place for that.
Yeah.
I am happy with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He was talking at me pretty hard and I panicked. And so I was like, yeah, I've done sold out shows, meaning I have featured on or hosted sold out shows for headliners that have sold it out. And I have sold out for myself a coffee shop or bar where I've done a headlining spot.
What coffee shop? It depends. It always depends.
I don't even know. Someplace in New York, someplace in Manhattan. I don't fucking remember the name of it.
You're not
it was
even
small.
prepared for this question.
I'm not a fucking debater. I have no
that wasn't even a
expertise.
debate. That was just a question.
So I don't remember the name of it, but I've done that. Only two, and a hostel in Costa Rica. So that.
Okay.
Which that was embarrassing because as soon as it left my mouth, I'm like, people are going to watch this, and like the fucking headliners that I've opened for at these sold out shows are going to watch this and be like, this dumbass. Like, I'm clearly not.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's embarrassing. Number one. And then I stole valor. Like military valor. I stole valor. I stole valor.
What?
I stole valor.
You were
kind of.
Wait a minute. Who gets so backed into a corner?
Me.
During a debate with some dickhead.
Me.
Who's that? You're like, and actually,
Actually, I'm a Navy SEAL, so you better watch it.
You're talking to Lance Corporal Marcellino
when I
over
served
here.
in the South Pacific Theater, it was you were there, man. What branch? Wait, what branch of the military?
So to my defense,
Space Force.
I did not say that I was in the military, but I made it sound pretty convincing that I was. So like how sometimes people will be like, "Oh, have you seen this movie?" And then you go, "Yeah," even though you haven't.
Sure.
I did that, but with war.
He was like, wait a minute.
I did that with war.
So someone was like, do you know what it's like to shoot a child in the head who's got bombs strapped to him and blowing up a bridge?
Close. So basically, he was making the argument. My whole thing, I'm like, hey, you're stoking the flames of this thing to make like your followers think that we're at this. You use the language of battle, like in the course that you sell. You call it verbal combat. You say that we're like in an ideological war, and obviously we're not. We're not at war. There's no real conflict. Like, there's no.
You don't even know what real war. Did you say you don't know what real war is?
No, he did.
Okay.
And so then I said, yes, I do. So basically, yeah, that was my argument. It's like it's
now.
not. We're
Wait
not
a minute. Let's back this up. You don't know what real. I'm whoever that guy wasn't Andrew.
Andrew Wilson.
I'm Andrew Wilson. You're you. You don't know what war is.
Okay, let me tell you what.
No, you say.
Yes, I do.
Explain to me, what war have you been in? What would you have said?
I've been to war zones. I've been to Syria and Yemen and Israel.
So you've served?
No, but I was over there and I was on the front lines.
My God.
So yeah, so basically he was
These
like
were the
Chicago.
things
He
you
was
had
like
lined
no.
up.
So he was like Chicago. We are at a war. Chicago is a literal war zone, and more people have died in Chicago than they did in Afghanistan per day. Which I actually looked that up after the fact, and that was not true. That was not true. But he said that, and I was like, no. Chicago is not a war zone. I was like, I've been to Chicago, and I've been to actual war zones. That was the lie. What I should have said.
Hillary Clinton'd him.
I did.
You Kosovo'd the guy.
Sure thing.
Holy shit.
What I should have said, what I meant to say, what I would have said had I not felt like I was backed into a corner and panicking. I would have said, I have been to countries that have experienced, like, the fallout of war. Like, I've been to war-torn countries.
Sure.
And I've seen the devastation that happens there, and I've seen that level of violence. And I've been in dangerous places. I've seen people get shot. I have seen people die. Like, I've been in dangerous places.
But you just said, I know what real war is.
But he was like, what war zone have you been in?
Ah.
And then as soon as he said that, I realized what I had said. And then I was like, well, now I have to lie. Here's the thing. I am a bad liar. You can see it on my face. It's
so
not
wait,
good.
what was the war zone you said?
I said Syria and Yemen and Israel.
Now when that...
Never been to any of the three. Never even been close.
Retarded. So when that came out of your mouth,
Yes.
what was the follow-up? Did he just be like, oh, okay.
No, he was like, you've been over there? And I said, yes. I doubled down. I never retracted. I said Syria, Yemen, and Israel. I wasn't suddenly backing down. I was like, yep, I've been over there. And he was like, what the fuck were you doing over there? There's no way you saw combat. And I was like, no, I did. And he was like, well, you were doing wartime reporting? And I went, not that.
No,
but
I was doing wartime reality shows.
Real Housewives of Yemen.
fucking real, The Bachelor, Aleppo.
Say yes to the bomb vest is what you were saying.
Fucking Christ.
Jesus Christ. Why would you do that? Josie,
I don't know.
Like, here's the thing.
No, I get it. I would
panicked
panic
and I
too.
stole valor.
Yeah, but I get that. But I also, like, if someone was like, you don't know what war is, I'll be like, what are you talking about? Like, you can see the conflicts that happen every day.
Yeah, that would be
You're
great.
Exposed to
and I
those.
could, again, I would have had a totally valid point to be like, I have been to countries that have had civil war, that have had gruesome ideological war within them, and I've seen the fallout. Even after that has ended, I've seen the danger that lies there, and we're nowhere even close. But I said, I've been to war zones.
I was hoping you would go full Barnes, like, y'all know about killing. I'll shit on all of
It's
you.
fucking Lance Corporal Marcellino. Like I said, don't fuck with me.
All right,
but
we got a phone.
we got.
That was ridiculous, Josie.
I know. I'm so embarrassed.
What I'm saying is, it's
I've gotten so many death threats.
from Yemen people, from
No.
Yemenis.
No, I think just from incels. They keep sending me pictures of my house. It's just from Google Maps. I did call the cops though. I was like, oh, they're outside. They're not.
Nah.
What's the call?
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Get started right away. Just pick more or less on player projections, and if you're right, it could seriously pay off. I did the $1 million college football jackpot. And I got to be honest with you, I'm going with Levon Moss. You seen that guy's haircut? He's unstoppable. That's going to get a touchdown in the first half. And I got to be honest with you, I'm making $1 million overnight. And you can do. Prize Picks even offers injury reboots. So if one of your players has to leave the field in the first half and can't come back, it doesn't count as a loss. Download the app today and use code SQUIRTALERT to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code SQUIRTALERT to get $50 in lineups after you pick your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Now, back to the end. We'll see.
What up, Ryan? Shout out to Danny Dogs. My question today is simple. Would Harry Potter have been a better movie had Samuel L. Jackson been involved? That's it. Have a great day. Later.
No.
Yes.
No.
What are you talking about?
No.
If Samuel L. Jackson was involved in the Harry Potter
What would you
universe,
have played?
the
that would've
serious black guy.
I didn't see. I've only seen 1 and 7, and the second part of 7. So I guess 8.
No, you put Samuel
Oh, and
L.
4.
Jackson in there
I saw
as
4.
some sort of professor or whatever.
I mean, I think he
Yeah.
actually would have been a better bad guy. He would have been a better bad guy.
Bad guy?
Yeah.
That would have ruled.
Better bad guy.
You can't make the only black guy.
Yes,
film
you
a bad
can.
guy.
Yes,
There was
you can.
another black
There was-
person.
who name the other black person?
I don't know. There's a Wizard 4. I don't. They had black people there.
They did not.
There was a
There
black.
was one.
Okay, no,
there's
there were 2.
one black wizard dude.
Yeah.
And he's a student. And there's one Asian chick, Cho Chang. And then I don't know if there's any other people of color in the
Well, I know-
wizarding school.
I know that there was a black
There's
person.
a diversity problem at Hogwarts.
yeah,
There
definitely
was,
is.
There was a black student who then inexplicably, I think in like the 4th or 5th one, they just changed to white. They just recast him and they never addressed
Yeah.
it. And then I feel like there was a black girl.
There wasn't a black girl.
I don't know. I
There
didn't
was
see him.
not any. There was no black people. There's usually not black people at Hogwarts. They did not want people.
Why can't a black wizard be the bad guy?
There'd be so much crime.
Whoa.
That you said that one. I didn't say it at all. I was saying equal opportunity. Why can't they be good or bad like any of the rest of us?
Well,
That's like saying a disabled person can't be bad. Yes, they can. I've encountered some dickheads in wheelchairs.
sure. I'm just saying, if most people were given the power of wizardry, there would be no good wizards. Everyone, it's kind of like with it
I would be a
comes,
good wizard.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No,
What would I do?
What are you talking
What would I
about?
do bad?
You would.
It's like when people talk about the purge.
You wouldn't kill someone if you
No.
had the power to do it.
No.
Even if they wronged you.
Correct.
You wouldn't have done something bad to Andrew, like make him shit himself on the air.
No, I would make
Or
him shit himself. But I
you
wouldn't kill him.
Okay, so you would make him possibly want to kill himself, though.
For having violent diarrhea?
For violent diarrhea on the whatever.
It wouldn't even have to be on air. I would just give him diarrhea for the next 3 months.
That could kill him. That's dysentery. He could die.
No.
Yes. Yes, he could. Is everything all right with the meeting?
Don't know what just happened there.
Yeah, they'll probably ask you a question, and they're like, Josie, what war zones have you been at? And you just did not answer.
I don't know.
But
Anyway.
Samuel Jackson would be a good bad guy. I think he's got the chops to be mean. However, he could be a good bad guy that then goes good. You know what I mean? A bad guy that then turns.
Would you, if the purge, okay, what would you do if the purge was real?
If the purge was real?
Yeah, like one night. Would you spend that doing violence or would you just steal shit? That's what I would do. I would just rob everything.
You would steal?
I would steal. I steal now. I steal in regular laws. As much as I legally, not legally, but as much as I can get away with.
So what I'm saying is, so you're still breaking the law with even with your wizard powers, you're still breaking the law?
Yes. Oh yeah. If I had wizard powers, that's all I would do. I would just
And you
take
wouldn't,
things.
You wouldn't?
Not from people, but from corporations. That's what I do now. I would just do more of that. Invisibility cloak, everything's coming with me.
First off, anybody who wants to be invisible is a creep.
No, I wouldn't do it to break into places. I would do it to steal.
You would abuse the invisibility cloak just like everybody would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. I
don't.
guarantee it.
I promise I wouldn't.
The first time you're invisible, no one can see you. You're not like, okay, I can go into Target and take this.
No, you know what I would do? I would steal, and then probably by like the 7th time, then I would go through my my boyfriend's phone. I would go through his phone, and that's what I would use invisibility for. Nothing else. Yeah, I would spy. I wouldn't try to see people naked. That's no fun. I don't want to see people naked unless they want me to see them naked. So otherwise, it feels weird.
The invisibility cloak is just you become a bigger bitch.
Yeah, 100%.
Bitchy lady.
Yeah, 1,000 times over.
What a waste of the power.
Nah, that's what I would do.
That's just...
Dude, I think I've actually been gotten by a witch recent. Okay, so I hired a Nigerian witch. I paid her some money. This is embarrassing. I know I get got.
Stop.
What? Okay.
Stop.
What?
You already lied about being in a war zone, and now you're talking about you got grifted by a Nigerian witch. You paid money to a person who's involved in the occult. How did they contact you?
I found her on TikTok.
What? Next phone call. We're moving.
Okay, then I won't talk about the Nigerian witch lady. I think it's fun.
How much did you pay?
$120. And she gave me some spell. I was trying. Okay. She gave me a spell. She gave me a few. She was like, do these things with the cloves and the salt and other sorts of shit. And then.
Wait, for what? For what?
Trying to bring someone back.
From the dead?
No. Just trying to bring my ex back. And then she was like, well, this one will definitely work. This is so bad. This is when I knew. I was like, after I did this, I was like, oh, she got me. She's just lying. She should. After I did this.
Wait a minute. That's when you're like,
no,
wait
well,
a
you
minute.
don't know. No, I'm saying you don't know what. So it was like the 3rd spell she gave me, and then that was
on the 3rd spell.
Well, I realized it because she was like, "This is so bad. I can't believe I'm saying this."
So wait.
Whatever. I'll just air myself out even more.
What was the first spell?
First spell was you take 3 cloves and 7 pieces of Himalayan salt, and you put it in water and you pray over the water, and then you like bathe yourself in the water. That was like number 1.
And you did that and you're like, this seems legit.
Anyway.
Second spell?
It was, you have to put like clove in your mouth and like, shut up. And you have to say stuff. Stop it. Relax.
Well, what did you have to say?
It was just prayer. It was just prayer, praying to God.
Now, was it personal prayer? It wasn't like words that she like say these.
There was
words?
like a couple sentences, but she was like, and then have your own personal prayer.
Got you.
Yeah.
And so you did both of those, and you were like, "Hey, still on the level, still waiting for results."
Yeah.
Third prayers where you're like, "Wait a minute here, sister. There's no way this is real."
Well, it's because she was like, I can't say this to you. You're never gonna let me live it down. That's.
I mean, you already paid $120. How much? $125.
No, $120
to a TikTok.
Shut up! She's in Nigeria. It seemed real. I thought she was like a medicine woman.
Anyway, so what was the third one?
She told me to take your. All right, you know,
Danny. Before she says it, what do you think What do you think it is?
I think it's an item of his. Mix it with like vinegar and more cloves. She seems to really like cloves.
Close. Okay. I think, did it involve the moon or like any type of astral? Okay. Probably
2 ingredients.
2 ingredients.
2 ingredients.
Paprika.
But you're close.
I'm close with a regular seasoning.
Yes.
If it's Mrs. Dash, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Cinnamon.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Cinnamon was one.
Cinnamon.
And.
It can't be sugar. That's fucking.
Nope.
That's too good.
Menstrual blood.
You're closer.
Pubic
But
hair.
no, you're both dancing
Spit?
around it. Your first morning urine. So she was like, what you do with that is you mix those together and then put it on your face. And so halfway through putting piss and cinnamon on my face, trying to bring my ex back.
Hold on. Halfway through. not getting the ingredients. Not reading how it's applied. Halfway
through
not
putting-
as soon as you're like, wait, did you pee in like a jar?
Peed in a bottle, and then
You shook it up?
with the cinnamon. And then halfway through doing that, I was like, this bitch got me putting piss and cinnamon on my white face.
Were you looking?
This lady from Nigeria has got me doing this.
Were you looking in
I was
the
looking in the mirror and it dawned on me. I was like, I'm trying to bring my ex back, and all I'm getting is fucking
Dude,
acne and ants.
I wish-
That's all it is.
That's like you hear the record scratch, like, yep, that's me.
I looked into my own eyes and I went, I think we've been had.
You just see dollars flying away. You're like, damn it.
I was like, oh, I think this lady got reparations.
You know what? It wasn't the cloves that got me. It wasn't the
It
Himalayan
was
salt.
piss and cinnamon.
Piss and now wait. When she gave you the spell for piss and cinnamon. When she gave you that spell, did she say like, she's like, and this is the final step, or was there gonna be another step? There's 4, so this is the third one. Was the 4th one? Did you figure it out, or was it just like come back?
I gave up. I was like,
Hold on.
I'll just go back to regular prayer.
Did you pay? Wait, hold on. This is where
Okay.
$120.
Yeah.
Did you pay that up front?
Yeah.
For all 3, or was it like, give me some money, I'll give you the first
Nah, I
spell?
paid it up front.
And then the 4th, you never unlocked that 4th spell?
I didn't ask her for it.
Now you have to.
I know.
I have to know what
I'll
the
do it.
4th spell
I'll ask her
is.
for it.
Piss and cinnamon?
Piss and cinnamon.
That was a lady. She literally had a board full of Post-it notes with shit on it, and she threw darts at it. Oh
but
my God! But
you have to believe. You have to pray on it. You have to believe.
Believe what I told you is not shit in cinema.
Pray on it.
Oh my God, Josie. Yeah. I'm glad this was not discovered when you went on that debate show.
I couldn't reveal that.
Would have been wild.
Couldn't reveal that.
I
just stole valor.
I don't want you to give up. I just
Danny, you're signing a death sentence. Don't do this.
No. You know what? You know what? I swear to God, if there is a God with a sense of humor out there, he will make us get back together. And then I can come back and be like, this is cinnamon works.
Well, Josie, I just saw that you're going to New Orleans for Skankfest.
I am. I'm going to be at Skankfest.
Yeah.
We're in voodoo capital.
That's voodoo capital. But no,
my psychic, my for real psychic, the only one that I shut up. The only one that I trust and go to is in New Orleans. Here's the thing. No, I always believed in psychics, but I believe in them in the same way that I kind of believe in therapists.
When you walk into the psychic, she's going to be like, you put cinnamon you put cinnamon and piss on your face, didn't you?
He would probably be able to tell that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, so when I went crazy, I've always been my belief in psychics has always been, I think that I think that some of them are real. I think that is a capability that very few people can have.
Sure.
I think that 99% of them are bullshit.
But you didn't feel...
I think there's 1% that's real, 99% bullshit.
Do you feel the same way about Nigerian witches?
I believe in witches more than I believe in psychics.
And you got caught up with... Now, has that changed? Has that belief
I think shifted? I need to invest in the art of discernment. I think that I need to trust people less. I think maybe not everybody has good intentions. The reason that I believe in my psychic in New Orleans is because he knows shit I've never said out loud. He has told me things that I have truly never said to anybody that are so hyper specific. I'm like, all right.
So on a scale
you're
of
the real deal, dude.
1 to 10, how mad is he going to be that you followed 3 steps that were completely ridiculous and the last one involved urine?
He'll probably be pretty upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't believe in witchcraft.
But he believes in being a psychic.
He believes in divination, but through the Holy Spirit and through God.
So not an actual God. So not satanic.
Not through conjuring, which I think is what I was trying to do.
Look, I believe
I legit have broken out from it. I don't know if I've tried to put a bunch of concealer on it, but I have broken out.
That's from the cinnamon and piss?
Yeah. I mean, I imagine. I guess it could just be also accidental, but
I'm just having a CP breakout right now.
It's the side of my face that I put piss and cinnamon on that I've got a bunch of fucking acne on. What were you saying, Danny?
I don't want you to give up on this, and I'm going to do some research. I'm finding you a voodoo priestess in New Orleans.
I love it. I'll do it.
Look, if you find a decent voodoo priestess, I will.
Can we bring her on? Are you doing the end at Skankfest? Use their podcast studio and let's do it.
I will explore a bona fide psychic.
Okay.
How much is your New Orleans psychic?
Oh, he's only like $40 for like an in-depth reading.
And he's bona fide? Real?
He has said things I've never said out loud.
Legit.
100%, like truly, I've never.
I will go see this $40 psychic.
Okay.
And I will tell you if he's the real deal or not.
Okay.
And I will also explore.
He's a great dude.
Witchcraft or voodoo. I don't want you eating anything. Like, I don't want you eating like cat shit. I don't want you like putting...
He doesn't give spells or anything.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you falling victim to another scam.
Yeah, keep me safe from like biohazards and shit.
Yeah, that's
I mean, there's probably going to be chicken blood involved.
Chicken blood, definitely.
I'm fine with that.
Goat's piss, shit, probably.
Well,
but you just said you were going to prevent me from eating shit.
I'm just saying...
Chicken blood I can deal with.
Chicken...
Let's not do any... Blood is fine. I don't care about blood.
This is where I draw the line on spells.
I don't want to sacrifice anything myself.
No, I don't think you'd have to. You might.
I can't do that.
You might have to pull the feathers out of like a bird, and then put them behind your ears.
You're just making up shit.
I'm talking about. I'm making up.
You're making up shit, just like she was.
Josie, yeah, I'm making up shit. I'm part witch, dude.
Hang on.
Okay.
What is this?
I don't know.
Oh, it's nothing important.
Nothing important. Let's move on to the next phone call. Hopefully this involves witchcraft.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Hey, dude. What up, Demi-Dubs? Anyway, today I'd like to know if we are on such a equal playing field that men could also have C-section scars now at the beach. I got a lot of eyes full of C-section scars on women in Miami, and I was wondering if we could have the equal time amendment apply to men as well. I'd really like to see some, guts with fucking cuts on them. All right, later.
What?
I'm confused by that question.
Can we play it again?
Yeah, please. I'm very confused.
I must have missed something.
No. Well, we both did.
Hey, dude. What up, Demi-Dubs? Anyway, today I'd like to know if we are on such a equal playing field that men could also have C-section scars now at the beach. I got a lot of eyes full of C-section scars on women in Miami, and I was wondering if we could have the equal time amendment apply to men as well. I'd really like to see some, guts with fucking cuts on them.
Okay,
right?
so I know what okay. This man's retarded. Basically what he's thinking are C-section scars on women in Miami are not C-section scars. Those are tummy tuck scars.
Okay.
Miami's the plastic surgery capital of the country. Everybody's got them. That's a tummy tuck scar. They're in the same place, but it's not C-section. So yeah, men could have that, but also like, I don't get are we on an even playing field? That I don't get what he's asking about that part.
I don't know. Here's what I will say. If I see a woman with a scar on her stomach,
Yeah.
like a fairly big one,
Yeah.
my brain does go like, oh.
But yeah, it's in the same place and it's roughly the same size. I'm just saying, knowing where that is, where he's like, I saw so many of them in Miami. That is just because that's tummy tuck.
But if I saw a guy with a scar on his stomach, one, I probably wouldn't think. I don't think I'd think anything.
I don't think I would think anything. And if I did think something, I would think appendix. Or
Oh,
if it's
no.
Because men tummy tuck scars are also different than women tummy tuck scars.
In my brain, I'm like, he swallowed a foreign object or something that had to be surgically removed.
Yeah, that could be
some sort of weird act. Actually, if I see it, like, it depends on where it is. If I see a huge scar here,
It wouldn't be there.
I'm just saying if I saw it, I would be like, yo, dude was riding a motorcycle, flipped off it, hit a fence post through the sternum, survived somehow miraculously, had to have it like jaws of life cut. And if I saw it lower, I'd be like, definitely animal attack or knife fight.
My grandpa
Something cool.
has a huge scar, the one that without fingerprints. He has like a big fat scar down his abdomen because he had to get his gallbladder out, but he was an alcoholic for 40 years. And so when they went to take it out, his words, he goes, everything was all just stuck together. So they couldn't go in with like laparoscopy.
Yeah.
They had to, it was all stuck together. So they had to open him up and take it out that way. They had to unstick his guts. Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
But I also think there is no like real even playing field with scars and dudes.
Dudes are always allowed to have scars.
Yeah. Dudes with scars, you're kind of like, yo, whatever.
I
don't know.
Scars from plastic surgery, and it's like that's more like I get nervous about it. Mine are pretty good too, like they're pretty gone, but I still get nervous about people seeing that. And I had a medical procedure several months ago, and I have scars from that, and I'm like, that's not cute. But like if I was a man,
there's only been one scar that I've ever been like, yo, what the fuck happened? And then the story was awesome.
Whose was it?
It was this chick I worked with named Rita. She worked at Super Fresh.
Okay.
I had not, and this is crazy. You know when you meet somebody who then you see the scar, you've worked with them for years.
Yeah.
And then you see the scar, and they're always wearing short sleeve shirts. You just don't notice it, and then they turn their arm. You're like, what the fuck happened?
I can't say I've encountered that, but I believe you have.
She was just so good at like, hiding it or like just not calling attention to it. And I was like, oh my God. She's like, yeah, you didn't notice that before? I was like, no. She had a scar that like half of her little, like this like pad on her fucking hand was missing.
Ooh.
It was like chunks taken out of her arm up to her armpit. Apparently when she was a kid, her house was on fire. And then as she was leaving the house, she was like coming out of window and an electrical box exploded on the side of her house.
Oh my God.
Fucking fucked her up. Like it fucked her arm up. Like it was like a huge thing. I was like, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. She's like, yeah, almost died. I actually have more scarring on like this. I was like,
That's nuts.
That's the only time I've been like, what the fuck is that about?
There was a girl that I worked with who was beautiful. I worked at a restaurant with her, very talented like opera singer. Like that's what she does professionally, and she's gorgeous. But she had a birthmark that like up her neck and a little bit onto her face and her ear. Like a very
like a wine stain birthmark.
Kind of, yeah. To where like when I first met her, I was like, oh, is that like I was in my head, I'm like, I don't want to ask about it because that could be like from a burn or something. It wasn't. It was just a birthmark, and she looked gorgeous even with it. Still, like it actually, I think helped enhance the whole thing because it was very unique. But she was like, yeah, white people. Since she was white, she was like, white people, I don't know why, but universally across the board are very weird about it. And she's like, they'll either try to pretend that they don't see it or won't acknowledge it, or if they do, they'll ask me like what happened. Like they'll think it's like a burn or like a scar or something like that. And then black people immediately, she's like, they will never mistake it for that. They always go, I love your birthmark, or your birthmark is so beautiful. So it was interesting to see that.
It'd be funny if she was like, actually, I got a Nigerian prince.
Shut up.
And a witch told me to put fucking piss.
Dude, if I had gotten some sort of like chemical burn on my face from my own piss
How would
and
you
cinnamon.
explain that to people?
I don't fucking know. I
Like,
would have said
there's-
I was in Fallujah. I'm a fucking war veteran, and I burned off the side of my fucking face. This is what happened.
Oh, this has been the End Podcast with Ryan Shanner. Josie, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
so much
on
for
the
having
show.
me. This was so fun.
Please make sure to call hotline 833-443-5300. We'll address any comment, question, concern, or possible scar issue.
Witchcraft?
I don't know what's going on with that. We're going to switch it over to Patreon. Thank you so much. Later.
Bye.